This is an overview of this Easttop EAP 16 Performer, about $108 on eBay. It does have a custom kettle well button. I wanted it out a little further and bigger, more comfortable for my hand. And it's been sanded on top to make it a little bit more airtight. Not that it was a problem from factory, but just a little bit more airtight. Well, what I'm going to do is give you a sound sample, okay, both with and without the SM58 Shure microphone. And then we're going to go talk about the harp for a couple of minutes. Okay, so here we go. Microphone off. Okay. How about without any music at all? Okay, so let's talk. You know, years ago, I said that given time, that the Asian companies would manufacture an inexpensive chromatic harmonica that was every bit the equal of a Suzuki SCX, maybe more. I'll tell you, you're going to go a long way before you'll beat the tone and playability of this harp. It is not dissimilar to what happened with companies like Toyota, where they came into the market with very, 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 very inexpensive cars, made a lot of money, made a lot of sales, and then started making them better and better and better. And all of a sudden, really hard to compete with those companies. Let me give you some specific examples of this. When these harps were first introduced, and I actually did testing before it even hit the market for the company Easttop, I wasn't paid as a favor. They did give me a couple of harps, an EAP 16 and a 12, but it wasn't this harp. It wasn't as good as this. It wasn't as resonant. Rays weren't as great. Breath savers weren't so good. all that's been fixed. And I did talk with them about those problems, and they said, we will endeavor to do better. And by gosh, they did. But like years ago, the complaint was good luck on getting parts, good luck on getting a spring, good luck on getting extra screws. Well, what comes with the harp now? A little box, a clear box with all those parts in it. You've got enough bumpers. You got enough bumpers to carry like 5 repairs, you know? You got 2 new mouthpiece screws, you got a new spring, slide spring, and you have some screws that hold on the reed plates. Those aren't going to go bad, you know. So anyway, I'm just saying it comes with the kit, and it has a little polish cloth, which I kind of like, and it comes with an impact case, which is a soft impact case, but I like it. So, you know, Easttop just keeps getting better and better and better. I'd like to try some of their more expensive harps if I can get my hands on one. But my point is, I mean, I've played almost everything, you know, Suzuki Fabulous, the Pissardos. Nobody's going to beat a Pissardo when it's customized, by the way. That harp was in a whole different level of beauty of tone when customized. And, but you know, I've played, I mean, the Hohner Super 64, the Hohner Super 64X, the Suzuki Fabulous, the Suzuki Sirius, the Suzuki SCX. I mean, I've had them all here. Gregorio Marae's. I'm saying that this harp is competitive. There's nothing wrong with this note. It's clear, it's crisp. It's not too bright. That was one of my complaints early on. I told them, the reeds are a little too bright for a studio. They took care of that. So I'm saying, with a little bit of customization, this harp is up to a professional level. By the way, Max De Aloe is a wonderful player out of Italy. He did some tests on the YouTube. You know, you can look up EAP Aloe, A-L-O-E, and you'll see his reviews. And he says it's a professional part. He is a skilled professional. So I'm saying if you want to, you know, you're looking to get into the world of chromatic harmonica, you don't want to spend a lot of money, you're not going to go wrong with an EAP 16 or an EAP 12. And you probably don't need to air tighten it, although I did, because I want them absolutely dead airtight. Why? On a vibrato, that was a bend on a draw and then a bend on a blow. You can bend blows. And although some books say you can't, wrong on that. But to have that kind of control of a bend, you must have an airtight harp. Because you don't want air leaking when you're trying to bend a note. Airtight harps also have more resonance, more presence, more beauty of tone, and it definitely improves the quality of the simply. I tried other covers. I have customized stuff around here. I had some Hohner covers from years ago when they were brass. I like these ones better, and I love the color on these. So I'm just saying, you know, for 108 bucks on eBay from easttopharmonicas.com, you're not going to go wrong. And if you want a backup harp to your expensive harp, great. But you might like this enough where you start playing with it a little bit more. And I was surprised because I didn't really expect it to be competitive with much more expensive harps. But it is. And we are just beginning to see the ascendancy of the Easttop company as they make finer and finer, more and more expensive harps. Just like what did Toyota do? They started making Lexuses, and boy, it worked. Anyway, just my opinion.